Given the table of values, write the quadratic function g of x as a product of linear factors. Also using the properties of algebra, write it as a polynomial function. Okay, so it tells us here it's a quadratic function, so we know it'll have two zeros, as a product of linear factors. So that's how we want to write it. So to get linear factors, we again need to know what those two zeros are. And luckily they gave us this table here. And a zero is when the y value or the function, which in this case would be g of x, is equal to 0. And so when that happens is at negative 1 and 5/10, 0, and 1 and 5/10, 0. And so the positive and negative 1 and 5/10. And then careful that 0, negative 9, that's the y-intercept. So that's not going to be an x-intercept, which would be a factor. So now that we know that, then we know our x values. We generally don't like writing our x values as decimals. We prefer it as an integer or a whole number. And so to fix that, then we could rewrite these as fractions. And so we know that 1 1/2, well, 1 is 2 halves, and then another half, that's plus 1/2. So 2 halves plus 1/2 is 3 halves. And so 1 1/2, or negative 1 1/2, would just be negative 3 halves. And similarly, this one would be positive 3 halves. And then to make those each equal to 0, we could first multiply by 2 on each side. And so then that would give us 2x equals negative 3. And then again, to move the negative 3 over, we would just add 3 on each side. And so we'd get 2x plus 3 equals 0. And similarly, on the other side, multiplying over the 2, we'd get 2x equals 3. And then subtracting the 3, then we'd get 2x minus 3 equals 0. And so same thing, but with a sign change. And so then we could rewrite our equation as g of x equals 2x plus 3 times 2x minus 3. And then now to do the last part of what we're asked, using the properties of algebra, write it as a polynomial function. And so to do that, then we would just need to multiply out and distribute these two terms. And so first 2x times 2x gives us 4x squared. 2x times negative 3 gives us negative 6x. Positive 3 times 2x gives us positive 6x. And positive 3 times negative 3 gives us negative 9. And so then we see that these middle two terms, negative 6 plus 6, add to 0. And so then we're just left with 4x squared minus 9 equals g of x. And so now we can go ahead and summarize our answer. G of x equals 2x plus 3 times 2x minus 3, or g of x equals 4x squared minus 9.